morning, y'all. Welcome. If you're new here, welcome back. If you're not, my name is Angel. I run Mama Owl's Creations, soon to be Owl and Wolfie's Creations. Today is What Did I Buy Wednesday. My cat is being a menace, so I am sorry if she messes with the camera. Like, no, Dinah. She's being a monster. But like I said, today is What Did I Buy Wednesday. I am doing a whole bunch of Joann orders. Like I had said last week, for every single, or not for every single, for the last 2 weeks of Joann's being open, I am buying absolutely all the yarn I possibly can. I have completely stopped buying filament for my 3D printer right now. I was focusing on that, like bringing in new colors and whatnot, but right now with me finding out that they only have, when I found out and I decided to take this route, they had 16 days left. My one store, and I am sorry if you hear the cats, they are both in the bedroom fighting. Actually, no. One of them is in the bedroom, one of them is locked out, and they're fighting underneath the door. Anyways, when I found out they had 16 days left, when I decided to take this route, stop buying filament, and continue to buy yarn, as much yarn as I possibly can, because of the simple fact, at that point it was 50% off when I found out. It is now 60% off. And that's when I went, okay, everything stops. I stopped spending money on filament, and I put all of my money into yarn until Joann's closes. It is going to be a very sad, sad day when Joann's actually closes, because that is where I got all of my yarn. That is actually the store I went to and started my business. That was the one place I first went and bought blanket yarn, was Joann's. And to see it close hurts. 2 years ago I started the business. Really shouldn't get teared up about this, but I am. 2 years ago I started my business. 1 year ago I actually started getting serious about it and going and buying yarn. Going and buying blanket yarn. That was my first time of going to Joann's and buying blanket yarn. They were what started me off. I had bought a $200 order of blanket yarn to start my business off with. You know, when Hobby Lobby did their clearance sale, I went and did the same thing. But Joann's is the one that started me off. Started it all, made it so I could, go and get all of the bright colors and all of the fun things. And it hurts me. Like, this one's going to be a little bit more in-depth about all of this than last week's. But it hurts me because of the simple fact, I started looking around at all of the stores that are around me that I can buy yarn at. Not many of them carry burnout blanket. Myers carries burnout blanket, yes. Guess what they carry? Mystical, Speckle, plain, I think they carry a few of the brights, and that's it. I think there was another one, but it was it was stuff I can't use, stuff I don't use, and I'm like, okay, so where do I go next? Do I have to start buying online? Because I can't get any of my normal yarn. Because now Joann's is gone. So it definitely is taking a toll on my business. It's not right now. It's helping me right now. But in the long run, it's going to end up hurting my business, because that's where I got all my yarn. Whenever I would need a yarn, I would go to Joann's first. Joann's didn't have what I needed. I would go to Hobby Lobby. If Hobby Lobby didn't have what I needed, I would check Michael's. Most of the time, Michael's doesn't have anything. I haven't went to Michael's in, like, I haven't went and actually bought yarn from Michael's in over a year. It's been over a year since I went and bought yarn at Michael's because they don't have what I want. They don't carry what I like. They just don't. Like, yes, they have the Sweet Snuggles and the Sweet Snuggles Light and all of that, but it's not what I use. And yes, they do have some of the Burnett's, but they don't have a variety like Joann's did. At least not the ones here. Where I'm at, I had 3 Joann's to go to. I think 2 Michael's and 2 Hobby Lobbies. Soon to be 3 Hobby Lobbies, but Hobby Lobby, I've also noticed, is cutting down the yarn section to the point where there's maybe an aisle of yarn. I think this last fall they cut it down to an aisle and a half. So, and that's all because they're focusing more on the decor than the craft. Decor isn't a craft. DIYing a decor is a craft, but taking, like, half of their store right now is an already made, finished decor piece. That's not hobby. Your Hobby Lobby, your Michael's craft store, none of those words say decor. And now I'm done with my rant, so we can get on to my yarn at this point, because I'm over it. I'm frustrated with what is going on. But anyways, this is what I got for my second Joann's order or haul. Because last week's, I went the week before, and then I went to 2 different stores. Today, this one is from Saginaw. They didn't have much that I actually use. Well, okay, I can't say that. They have a crap ton of white. And, like, brown. I don't use those colors. I use bright and bubbly. Some of these still aren't bright and bubbly, but I got what they had. So, I got the Burnout Baby Blanket Sparkle in Seafoam Sparkle. And I, like, got really confused because last week's had this one in Seaside Sparkle. Confused me. Really confused me because they're like right there. They're 2 different colors. It really confused me. But, so I got one of the Seafoam Sparkle. I got this one. They got lost for a good minute because we moved the bag and then I only had 4 skeins of yarn, and I was like, I know I bought 5. And this one is Mellow Mauve, which not my norm at all, but, and then, just like last week, I bought another one of these, Burnout Blanket in Stormy Ocean because everything sells in it. This is one. It didn't even have its tag on it. I grabbed the tag off the shelf and grabbed it because they didn't have much that I actually would use. But this one, it's like an orange, pink, peach, brown, and it is dried flowers. And the last but not least one, which is my favorite, used to be my go-to, and it hurts, and I've been trying not to get the Big Twist plush because I know once it's gone, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. I've got some already on my shelf staring at me right now. And I was just trying not to, but Big Twist, Posh, or Plush, not Posh, Plush, and Tutti Frutti. That is it for my second order. Tune in next week for my third one. Not my hopefully not my final one, but my third one. I will not know if I get any more yarn until a later date, but hoping that I can at least get one more in. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.